Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Christina Nelson Show. I am your host, Christina Nelson. Thank you for joining us. I'm so sorry for the delay. We had a little bit of technical difficulty, but we are here now and we are excited. And that only means that this is going to be an awesome interview and awesome conversation with my next guest, Mimi Childs. Most of you are friends of her on Facebook, and you see that she does a segment called Talk with Mimi. And she's open and she's transparent about all the things that she's been going through on her MS journey. And she is here to talk to us tonight. So without further ado, let me bring her on the show. Hi, Mimi.
Hi, everybody. Technical difficulties are over. And
I know. That was crazy. We were just I heard y'all was looking at the Zoom. We're going to go transfer to Zoom. And all of a sudden, I heard that it makes a sound when you pop up on StreamYard. And I heard the boop. And I was like, she's on. She's on.
I did it.
Oh, that's wonderful. We are so happy to have you here. Why don't you quickly explain, tell everybody, introduce yourself, who you are, where you're from, all that good stuff.
Okay. Hi, everybody. My name is Mimi Childs, and I am from Cleveland, Ohio. My official diagnosis with multiple sclerosis was in June of 2013. But I feel that I maybe had it a little earlier than that, but I'm thinking maybe somewhere around maybe 2012 was when I really started to get a little bit of some of the symptoms, and went to the doctor and had really got misdiagnosed for almost a year. And then when I finally got the official diagnosis, it was in June of 2013. And I just like to just spread transparency and openness in the MS community. Just try to encourage as many people as I can.
Yes, thank you so much. I always ask this question. What made you go to the doctor in the first place? Why did you even think like something's not right? Let me get over here and see what's going on.
How it really started out with me is I was having like that kind of tingling feelings in my toes on my left foot and my pinky toe and the toe next to that toe. It just wasn't feeling right. Like I was just getting like little kind of types of sensations, but it would come and then it would just go away. And I was working as a registered nurse, and, I had a very busy, hectic schedule. I was traveling for work. I was just always busy with a very hectic schedule. Okay. So I noticed it, but I really didn't think that it was anything. Because like I said, that feeling that I would have, it would maybe come and then it would just go away. And then I wouldn't feel it for a long time. Then when it started to get a little bit more consistent, I said, well, must be something that has to go on. So I'm thinking it was something wrong with my foot. I go to a podiatrist. I'm telling them like I'm having kind of like pringly types of feelings in my toe, but it doesn't last. It'll like come and then it'll go. So they were doing all of this different stuff for foot, and I don't even remember what they diagnosed me with, but they diagnosed me with something that was going on in my foot. And then they wanted to start giving me like some injections in my foot, made me these arches for my shoes and all type of stuff. So I'm thinking, well, they're a doctor. I mean, I am a nurse. I'm in the medical field, but I'm not a physician. So I'm following the instructions that they're having me do as far as with following up with that diagnosis that they had gave me. And then
Mm-hmm.
for actually, I will never forget the day that I finally found out what was really going on. It was on Father's Day. It was on a Sunday. It was 2013. And I was getting ready for church because we were going to church. It was Sunday. And then all of a sudden, I'm getting dressed. And then my leg just went out and I just fell. And I couldn't get up. I'm just down on the floor. Nobody was at home with me. My son and my kids was over at church. And my husband just happened to come back home just to check on me, like, what's taking her so long? And then when he came in the house, I was screaming like I fell. I'm downstairs and I couldn't get up. So he had to come upstairs and carry me down the steps. And then he took me over to like a popular hospital that we have here in Cleveland, Ohio. It's called the Cleveland Clinic. And they just so happen to be the number one MS in the country.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, how ironic is that?
Mm-hmm.
Took me there, and girl, I don't even think I was there for an hour, and they already knew what it was. Because like I said, this doctor, this hospital, Cleveland Clinic, it has a facility in there called the Mellon Center, and people from all over the United States come to this hospital for MS. So when I went in there and I was kind of telling them the stuff that I was having, the tingling that was going on in my foot, but I wasn't having any other symptom but that. And they were like doing a neuro check on me and telling me to raise my foot. And I'm thinking I was raising it. In my mind, my foot was raising. But my husband was just like, you're not raising your foot. And I'm like, I am raising my foot.
Mm-hmm.
And I went down and they had me do an MRI. And that's when I found out. And they told me that I had, that I had the MRI showed that I had MS.
Wow, that's something right there for the diagnosis. A lot of people go through a lot of different things. The irony, like you said, of you being at a world-renowned MS
Yeah,
hospital, like, oh, okay, so they were on it. They do, and they were able to.
yeah.
From there, what did you do from there? Were you like finally a diagnosis, or because a lot of us say that, oh, finally a diagnosis, now I know what's going on.
I was finally diagnosed because of the education and stuff that they have there. I didn't even have to go to do the spinal tap because I know a lot of people they more so diagnose it off. Don't always say off of the MRI. They want you to get a spinal tap,
Yeah.
but they didn't have me do a spinal tap. They just told me that I had MS, and I was tripping because I'm like. I'm a nurse, but I didn't really know a lot about MS.
Mm,
I just didn't
yeah.
work in that field. I worked in labor and delivery. I worked
Oh, yeah.
in cardiology. I worked in med surge. I worked in peds. So I had never even taken care of a patient before that had MS. So once I got diagnosed with it, and the first medication that they put me on was Tecfidera, I was taking that for maybe about 3 or 4 years, and really the symptoms was kind of stable for me for maybe like the first 3 years. And
Mhm.
then maybe around the latter part of the third year, going into the fourth year, is when I start to have issues with my mobility, and I had to go to a cane from just being able to walk on my own. I had to go to a cane and around, I would say maybe 2016, 2017. And then after that, that's when I went to a walker in 2018. So it just seemed like once I finally got the diagnosis, it just kind of was like kind of going downhill kind of fast for me.
Oh, wow. Wow. Did you stop work immediately or did you work for a little while?
Yeah, I did. I actually just I stopped working as a registered nurse in 2019 because actually in 2019 in October I had a stem cell transplant. And that really helped me. Like, I wish I would have known about it sooner, about
Okay.
stem cell transplant, and I probably would have got it probably like as soon as I really got diagnosed with MS. But with the doctors, they don't tell you anything about alternative nothing for MS. So that's the only part that I kind of regret, is that I didn't get the stem cell transplant sooner. But I'm still thankful and grateful that I was able to get it in 2019, because if I wouldn't have got it, 9 times and most likely I would be in a wheelchair right now.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, I remember that journey of you talking about it. That's
Yeah.
when I first actually, so I don't remember the exact time that I became friends with you, but I do remember that's when, you know how you notice somebody for the like
Right.
the first time, right? And that's when I saw you pop up a lot, and you were very, very clear and very transparent
Hmm.
about the entire
Yeah.
journey.
Yeah.
Entire journey. You didn't hold anything back. You weren't like, oh, today's a great day. Yep, today's a great day too.
No, it's not. It's not a great day, just because that's just, it's not true. I don't want to give false hope to other people that want to
Mhm.
go down that road to get a stem cell transplant for MS. I want to be upfront and honest and transparent with them, because the sooner that you get it, the sooner the better results that you have. But it has been people in my state that got the transplant that are walking again. So it's just different for every individual person. But I'm definitely glad that I went and got it, because I feel so much better since I got that procedure done. Like, prior to that procedure, I was tired like 24 hours a day. Like, I had
Um,
energy to do nothing. I was just so tired. My husband would have to be carrying me up the stairs. I really couldn't drive anymore. I was having a lot of issues with incontinence. A lot of times my husband would have to bathe me. I mean, it was bad.
oh,
So
wow.
I wish my walking was better, but I'm still glad I can get up and use a cane on some days and use my walker, and I can drive and I have energy. So that to me is just like priceless.
That is priceless. I'm glad that you are able to do those things much better now too. It's just a gratefulness to be able to be better than what you were, and you
That,
just thank God for that being better, right? So after the treatment that you got, the therapy treatment that you got, you started to go to the gym a lot, and I noticed that you were documenting the gym to keep yourself up.
mhm.
um how is that going, because you're still going to the gym?
Oh, that, like, that's my happy place. Like, that is just what motivates me. That's what keeps me encouraged. And I always like to put it out there, like, everybody's MS is different. But for me, I have to get up and move and exercise, because I figured out, like, I'm staying at home. The doctors are always like, "Well, rest, will rest." I'm like, yeah, but y'all got me at home rested, and I'm just getting weaker and weaker and
Mm,
weaker. Like, I can't just, because they wasn't really encouraging me to like get up to work out. They was just like, wanted me to go to physical therapy. I'm like,
mm,
but I just think I can do more than just these exercises that they're having me do in physical therapy. And then the physical therapist that I was going to, they just didn't have any passion about what they were doing.
oh,
Like, I was just another number. I just didn't feel like they were really giving me 100% of pushing me and motivating me and challenging my
mm,
body. It just wasn't doing that. So then that's when I just started, because I was working out. I've always been working out my whole life. And followed a pretty clean diet. So I was like, well, I'm just getting ready to just start going and working out on my own. I'm just going to start going to the gym. And it's been trial and error because at first, when I first started going to the gym, by me being a workout person anyway, I was still trying to work out like I was working out before I had MS.
Okay.
And I came to realize that very soon that I can't do that because I'm overexerting myself and was just doing much. So then I went and got me my own private personal trainer that he trains different people with strokes and
Oh.
different people like that. So now that I'm working out with him, he's really more so teaching me and training me the way that I really need to be trained so I can gain a lot of strength and a lot of endurance. And it's like I'm really starting to show like progression and different types of things. Like today, before I got on this call with you, I took maybe like 15 to 20 steps by myself without my walker.
Oh, wow.
I still have the numbness in my like I have drop foot on both of my legs, but the one on the left foot is the more aggressive one because that's the one that I first had the tingling in prior to diagnosis. So that that left foot has a lot more damage on it. My right foot isn't as bad. It's a little bit slight of a drop foot, but I have a lot more strength in my right than I do my left. So I'm just at home practicing and taking steps. And I was like, today, let me just try to see how many steps I can do without using my walker. And I was able to walk all the way to the bathroom and back, and I didn't hold on to anything. So I was pretty proud of myself.
That's great. That's always a great thing. It's little things sometimes I realize that, just like you said, being able to walk 15, 20 steps,
Yeah,
and not hold on to anything. Or, just to be able to go from your walker and use a cane instead, like
that
those good days, those little things that make you feel like you've accomplished something or something is good.
is.
That's awesome. That's wonderful. So, what kind of support system do you have? I know you have your husband, which is amazing because there are a lot of people who, once when they're married, that we've seen, and I've seen in a lot of groups say that once they found out that they had MS, their spouses kind of,
I
couldn't
know.
handle it. They couldn't handle it. I'll say it like that.
That
How?
breaks my heart.
Oh, it does. Absolutely. Every time I see that, I'm like, wow, I don't understand. What did you get married for?
I don't even know. It breaks my heart when I read stories like that and in our MS groups of different women groups and women of color with multiple sclerosis, different groups that I'm on Facebook. And when I see that in those comments, and I just want to cry. It's
Mm-hmm.
the saddest thing ever. Like my husband is like everything, like the rock. He wouldn't even, the thought of us getting a divorce or him leaving never would cross his mind. Like, never crossed his mind. He's like 1000% of my support and my son. They're my two biggest, strongest supporters that I have in my life that helps me. But it is no way in the world my husband would even think about leaving me. Like he's the one that was there when I was having accidents, cleaning it up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if I needed to get a bath and I couldn't bathe myself, he was bathing me. He was taking care of me. Like sometimes I just couldn't do stuff for myself. He was taking care of me like I was an infant baby. It's no way that my husband, our marriage got stronger when I got MS. You know what I'm saying? He would
Mm-hmm.
just support me, and he still supports me to this day. So I'm just thankful and grateful that I have an awesome husband and a great son that's there to support me 100% no matter what. So I don't even have to doubt nothing when it comes to those two. They're there.
That's amazing. I love to hear that side of all of this here because you don't hear it often, but to hear that he's there for you and he wouldn't even think about stepping out because he loves you. That's the definition of it. That's love. That is unconditional love. And God definitely, knew that you needed him, and that's amazing. And your son. Do you just have a son, or do you have more kids?
Yeah, I have three. I have a son, he's the oldest, and my husband, I have two stepkids. One, he's getting ready to be 20, and then my stepdaughter, she's getting ready to be 16. So yes, we're a blended family, but we get along great.
Oh no, that's good. Oh, that's the best right there. Same here. My husband and I, have a blended family, and it's a blessing to be able to get along great with the rest of the kids and everything like that. So that's wonderful. So let's talk with Mimi. We're talking with Mimi right now. But what inspired you to go on every day and do these videos called Talk with Mimi?
Girl, I don't even know where that even came from. Just like something just inspired me one day. I was like, I just want to get on here, and just encourage people with MS, because every day, which is a battle. You know what I'm saying? Every day is not the same. I just want to try to uplift as many people as I can, and to let them see that everything isn't perfect over here. Okay.
Right.
I'm over here having issues. I see people that are having problems. People have accidents with incontinence. This is something that is part of MS. We don't have to be embarrassed or ashamed of this, because it happens. It's not
Absolutely.
that we're doing on purpose. Nobody wants to have an accident on their self. Nobody wants to not be able to take a bath. Nobody wants to be able not to clean their house. Nobody wants to be able to not to do laundry and cook. This is stuff that when we have MS, we have limitations on this stuff. And I want to be out here keeping it real with people, letting them know that, yes, when I get up sometimes, I don't even feel like brushing my teeth. Okay, some days I'm just tired. I don't have the energy. I don't feel like doing it. I just want to come on and just to let these people know, I know what you're going through. I love you. I am not perfect. None of us are perfect. As a community, I love this community. These people in this community have gotten me through so many hard times and tribulations when I didn't even understand and really know what MS was all about. I was looking at other people and they were encouraging me. So I'm like, I want to get on here and start encouraging people too. Even if I just encourage one person, that just makes me feel like a winner that day, that somebody inboxed me and told me how much an inspiration I am to them. So it just really makes me feel good. And it motivates me too as well. When they telling me I'm motivating them, I'm like, no, you're motivating me.
Yeah. We have some of the same friends on Facebook, and I see you comment on someone that I'm just like, and I'm commenting on the same thing, like, oh, come on, you got this. This is, you're going to be okay. God has got you. He won't leave you. He won't forsake you. Even in all of this stuff right here, we still look with him, and I'm glad. I love that. Let me see here. I like to bring up people's comments sometimes here. And so here we have Vanessa. She says, you're sharing real truths. That incontinence is no joke. She said, thankful for self calves and cute panty pants.
Girl, okay. Ladies, you know what it is, girl. We are ladies. It is not a woman that's on this earth that is not vain. I don't care who you are.
Yeah.
I don't care who you are. Nobody wants to have to go through that, but it's embarrassing. I remember when that first started happening to me, I used to cry. Like, I was so devastated that was happening to me. And my husband was acting like, girl, girl, let me go get this towel and get this mop and get this. It didn't even faze him, girl. Like
Oh,
none
I love
whatsoever. It did not faze him. And he started to make me feel better. Like, honey, this is not something that you're intentionally doing. It happens.
Right,
Oh,
right.
it's not pretty, but it is what it is. It happens. And I just used to be so depressed, but I'm like, I can't keep continuing to just keep being depressed about this stuff. Like, it's an accident, it happened. Clean it up, go change your clothes, and keep it moving.
Absolutely. Right, right. I that was one of my first symptoms. Like, and I used to work in a hospital as well. I was a night, I was a runner. So when the nurses needed stuff, they would page. At that time, it was a pager. So they would page me and I would run and get their things. And I remember thinking to myself, because I didn't know at the time, I still wasn't aware. It was
Right,
numbness in my feet and then the incontinence. And I was just like, what is going on here? Why
right,
can't I hold my bladder? Like, I was running around trying to, nurses were calling me and I'm trying to get to the bathroom before I
exactly.
wet myself. And then if it happened, I was like trying to figure out, how do I cover this up? Or what do I do?
And that's
It was a
crazy.
mess.
It can happen at any time.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
got to be prepared and you got to get the right things that you need to have for that. And you
Yep.
can't be depressed and sad. Like, I just have a whole new outlook on with the depression. I went to go see a therapist because I just felt like some days, Christina, I woke up, I didn't even want to live no more. Like, I was so depressed. Like, I just feel that MS have grabbed me of my whole life, of
Mm-hmm.
my career. It just took everything from me. And I just felt so empty. It was just, I needed to get help, and I knew
Yes.
to go get help. So I went to go get the help and the counseling, and seeing the therapist really changed my life.
Mm-hmm.
It really
Yeah.
changed my life, because once you start thinking about harming yourself, it's a problem.
Oh, absolutely. I agree. I was there many, many years ago, but I was there at that point and just wanting to take my life, attempting to take my life. It is
Yeah,
no joke. The enemy that he wants, they want you to believe that it's over and all is lost. But
exactly.
when you start having that attitude like you do,
Hmm.
that that makes all the difference, to be able to come on and say, all right, I wet myself. Where's my
Exactly.
pads and wipes and change of clothes?
Right. Move. And gonna change into something cute too, honey. Don't get it twisted. Gonna change into something cuter than I just had on with the act. Okay.
Mhm. I see you though, Mimi, because you are the fashionista,
Oh yeah.
MS fashionista.
Oh
You got the glasses and the hat and I saw the other day you wore a slight heel.
uh-huh.
Yeah, and that's just you have a uniqueness about you, and you could tell you're just like that type of person that's like, here I am,
Oh,
this is me.
girl, I've been dressing my whole life, so I don't know nothing else. And I was just like, that was one of the issues. Like, when I first got diagnosed with MS, is I couldn't wear my shoes, girl. Oh my God. I probably was depressed just on the shoe part, probably for the first 5 years. I have, like, all I wore my whole adult life since like probably high school is heels.
Hmm.
And once that got taken away from me, girl, you would have thought, I thought to myself that it was like the end of the world.
Uh-huh.
They sound whatever to somebody else, but I really don't give a damn, because that's what I felt like my whole world was like crumbled down. I was
Yeah,
devastated when I couldn't wear my shoes and wear my heels and stuff anymore. I was devastated.
of course. I feel you. I feel the same way. My feet swell up and everything, and so I to not be able to wear those, because to me, it was like this. It was about the femininity of it.
Yes.
You know, the lady being
Mm,
a lady, and to
mm,
me that it represented that. So when I threw on a pair of heels and
yes.
walked around, I felt like a lady, and I
Hmm.
felt very feminine with it. And so when that was over, it was like, I know I'm still a woman and I'm still a lady, but it's just something that it just felt like just snatched it from me, my femininity. And
Girl,
I'm still feminine, but it just
I-
that point.
you hit it right on the head. That's what your explanation that you just said. And it's part of being a woman to me.
Mhm,
Like you said, you feel like you're robbed. You know what I'm saying?
mhm,
You feel like you're robbed. But then I even talked to my therapist about that. Like I talked to my therapist about not being able to wear my shoes, not feeling like I was attractive anymore. I just didn't feel like I was attractive. I just didn't feel like me anymore. I
mhm.
just felt like empty. It was just
I
a
got it.
lot to have to process with all of that. But like I said, therapy helped me so much. And now
Mhm,
I'm okay. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm comfortable with wearing my flat shoes, wearing a little heel when I can, wearing my
mhm,
sneakers. You know what I'm saying? Like I just had to re-evolve myself and just, like, okay, girl, come on, you're gonna have to snap up out of this. This is not
mhm,
the end of the world, but at that time,
mhm.
I feel that it is. But I've grown so much from that, and it's just like now I really don't harp and think on it. But don't think I won't throw some heels on, girl, and get on that scooter. I do that in a heartbeat.
I love that. I love that. Absolutely. Let's go back to the call. I have to do this. My husband says I'm still beautiful. Thank you.
And you are, you
Oh, thank you.
are,
Thank
you
you so
are.
much.
We all are.
We
But
all are.
we have to feel that within us because like
Hmm.
I said, MS robs you of so much. So you
Hmm.
think when all of those physical things are taken away from you, you're not beautiful anymore. But
Hmm.
our husbands still see us as the same person. It's just all in our minds.
Exactly. Exactly. I hear exactly what you're saying because he can say that over and over again. But if I don't believe it,
Exactly. You have
I
so
have to believe it.
I
Yep.
believe
Absolutely.
and I believe it, and I'm glad whoever that was that said that they believe it too.
That's right. That's right. Here we go. My friend in wheelchair wears the highest heels.
Girl, woo! He really
Mhm.
have it going on with the high heels on in the wheelchair.
Oh my goodness. I love it. I love it. Here's Renata again. She said, I'm stuck in tennis and flat sandals, cute ones.
Yeah,
That's right.
a lot of cute flats now, though.
Uh-huh. You said not?
It's a lot of cute flats.
Yeah. Over the years, flats got cuter.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. They really have, and it's like mostly everybody now is wearing flats.
Yeah. And tennis shoes and stuff. So
Oh, I got so many fly pairs of tennis shoes, so I'm
I
good. I'm
I've
good.
seen I was like, oh, she must like sneakers. Oh, okay. Hmm. We have Marla says that she loves your attitude.
Girl, it took me a long time, Marla, to get to this place. Believe you,
Hmm.
took years. It took intense therapy. It took prayers. And God has really just changed my whole outlook on this whole MS situation because God does things, and I'm not saying God gave me MS, but
Yeah,
God
right.
all a purpose, you know.
Hmm.
And I just feel deep down in my heart that this is my purpose to help and encourage and motivate other women that has MS, not just women, everybody in our community, but
Hmm.
most women because I'm a woman,
Right, right, right. We relate the most, and I hear it. I feel the same way. Here, Sheila says, "Mimi, you have a great testimony, and may God continue to bless you and your family."
Thank you so much. I and bless us and all of our families. Like
Yeah.
I'm not doing nothing that you can't do too. And I know the working out part is a lot of people in our community, you have to really take it seriously. Even if you're not going to the gym, you got to be at home doing some type of activity because just laying around and, sitting around. And I know some people don't have the energy, but even if you're in a wheelchair, you can do something. You can work out with some little hand weights,
Mhm.
something to try to keep yourself as active as possible.
Oh yeah, and that's the key, is to keeping active,
Yeah.
right? Like in moving around and doing everything you have to do.
Mm.
I wanted to talk to you about something that we were talking about, our femininity and our beauty and everything. You are, in addition to MS, you're also diagnosed with alopecia.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and you were transparent about that. That's the
Mm.
only reason why I was saying it.
Mhm.
How did that start off with you? Like, was that something for years ago, or did that just happen?
Girl, I ain't gonna do a Jada on you.
I was, wait, where's your husband? Where's your husband
Girl,
at?
I ain't gonna put Jada on you, girl. I'm comfortable with it. Well, really, with the alopecia, I got diagnosed with that prior to me even having MS. But when I got the diagnosis of the alopecia, like I never had issues with my hair growing. Like my hair would, if I would cut my hair, it would always grow. But this one little section right here, it would grow, but it would just grow slower than the rest of my hair, but it would still grow. But after I had my stem cell transplant and I had like 4 or 5 cycles of chemotherapy, that's how they break your immune system down for the stem cell transplant. Once I got the chemotherapy, my hair was never the same. And my hair would grow back, but in this section right here in the top, where it was
Mhm.
my thin spot, like it just would not grow. And it's like all the hair around here was big, and then you
Mhm.
got this part right here in the middle that just wouldn't grow. So I said, you know what? I wanted my hair to grow back so bad. My husband was like, just cut it off. This is crazy. You can't keep, I don't want you to have your hair like that. He was like, you look crazy, Mimi. Real. So I was just like, yeah, because I used to wear my hair short like this anyway. Like
Right.
years ago, I was wearing my hair shaved back in like the early 90s, like 91, 92. I was wearing
Okay.
like this then. So it's
Oh.
something that I wasn't comfortable with, or it wasn't a look that I sported, in my
Mhm.
life. It's just that I had wanted my hair to grow back. But once I cut it back off again this final time, I ain't even thinking about letting it grow back no more. I'm just gonna keep it shaved and keep it short. And I love it because you don't have to do nothing to your hair. When you go
Right.
out, take no hair products, you just have to do nothing. So to me, it's really super carefree and I love it. I think it's awesome. I'm just not
It
gonna fight with the alopecia. They wanted to give me hair injections in my hair. I'm like, no, I ain't about to do all that, girl. I ain't doing. I'm just gonna sport the bald head and just keep it moving and still be cute. So whatever.
but you are cute with it though, and then not many people can sport it like that.
But
But
I'm glad I
people,
can. Thank you, Jesus.
yes, thank you. Because I know I've seen some women, and I'm like, oh, okay, well,
And
but
look good with hers. I don't know why she did all that.
I know she does. I think it looks beautiful to me. To me,
It
she looks good. Yeah, but hey, to each his own at
looked
that point right there. Yep, Marla says, and there you have it.
okay. And there it is, Marla.
You are too funny. It was a pleasure, definitely. Talking with Mimi. It was great. I enjoyed this conversation here. I like to call my interviews conversations, not so much an interview, but I like the conversation part because it really is. It's just a conversation, and we're talking with a few people, listening in. So,
And
which is
I
fine.
need to come on here and to talk with you. Now I'm just a lot more comfortable,
Mhm.
talking about my journey, talking about my diagnosis. I'm just a lot more free now. Like that weight that was on me has just been lifted. And I just
Mhm.
try to spread as much positivity and just trying to get more people and more of us in the community just to not be so sad and depressed, and
Mm-hmm.
our symptoms are going to be our symptoms. We
Right.
just spend the rest of our life just being down in the dumps and not being out and enjoying life. So I'm just
Yeah.
to just be on this side now versus being on the side of depression, which I was there for many, many, many years.
Mm. Yeah, I like that. This side of depression, like the
Yeah.
much more happier me than than before. That's good.
Exactly.
That's very good. So, are you going to keep doing the talk with Mimi? Do you have anything else planned? Do you want to do something bigger, or just wait, just see where the wind blows, type of
I
thing?
was thinking about that. Like, I want to do something else.
Mm-hmm.
With the talk with Mimi, I'm thinking about doing a podcast that I
Mm-hmm.
do, and I'm going to be really doing some work with different women with MS, because I had this idea a while ago that I wanted to do like a beauty day for every other month or every couple of months in the year. I want to be doing something with doing beauty days for women with MS.
Okay.
We're gonna do a drawing and pick some names, and we're going to be planning stuff to just travel around and just give inspiration and beauty days to different women with MS. So I definitely want to do something like that. If it's not going to be this year, because with our business that we have with our company with Container Homes USA, this is going to be a really, really, really busy year for us this year. So if I'm not going to start doing it this year, it'll be starting up for 2023. I definitely want to get out in the community more with different women with MS, because a lot of times, they want to get their hair done or they may not have a way to get there. A lot of people have issues with transportation.
Yeah.
Especially when you're in a wheelchair or you're in a scooter or something like that,
Mm.
and to have a family member that can come and pick you up and take you to go get your hair done, or if you want to go get your nails done. Like, I want us to still feel beautiful. I want us to still have our
Yeah.
femininity. And I want to be able to just go out and hang out with some people with MS all over the United States. I want to be able
Mhm.
to travel and be able to just meet different types of people. So I'm definitely going to be doing something more in the community with our women in the MS community for sure.
I love that idea. Not only is it hard for some people to get out, but it's also there's no accommodations.
Exactly.
There's no. I went to when I was going to get my nails and feet done and everything at the nail salon, but I realized there was one the way the chair was. It was
Mm-hmm.
hard. I couldn't like get up in the chair and get
Exactly.
my feet inside the things. It
Exactly.
was so rough that it makes you not want to do it because everyone's looking, everyone's watching. You don't
Yeah.
know if them women is talking about you.
Oh, it is the rudest thing. I just like, is y'all for real right now? Like, if you feel like that's why a lot of people don't do it, because it's like when you go out, people want you to feel like you a freak show or something.
Yeah,
You
right.
because a walker, that don't demean I go get my nails and feet done. I want to go get my nails and feet done, just like you want to go get your nails and feet and your hair done too.
Right, exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
I want to
That
be able to get women now to be able to do that, because that's something that a lot of women were doing prior to their MS diagnosis, and now they can't get out and get there. So I
yeah.
definitely do still make them feel like they're beautiful and still give them a spa day. We go out to dinner and just enjoy each other's company.
That is so good. I absolutely love that idea. And let me know when you do it. I don't know, I could whatever I can do at that point, even if it's donations and you know,
Oh yeah, that'll be okay. I'll
yeah.
definitely let you know. Maybe partner on something on
A
that.
partner, I'll sponsor a woman or something, and
Yeah,
and
cool.
that's something you could do too. Hit up the MS groups like, hey, sponsor a lady,
Yeah,
sponsor a woman,
I like
get
that.
her hair done. That's
I,
good. Yeah, I like that too. And briefly, tell us about these container homes because when when you were posting pictures, I was like,
uh-huh.
wait, people living in them? What's
Yes.
going on?
Yes. People are living in the container homes. Actually, our because we're what state are you guys in again?
I'm sorry.
What state are you in again?
We're in New Jersey.
Okay, up in the New Jersey, New York area. We
Mm.
actually got a project that's going to be going in New York. New York, we have a couple of projects that's going to be going on in New York, but the
Okay.
the containers are repurposed containers, and people are making them into houses, they're making them into businesses, they're making them into commercial, recreational, residential, and industrial products.
Mm.
So the one big contract that we have is going to be going in Hickory, North Carolina. That's a development project that we're going to be doing there, and we're going to be putting up 150 homes. You know what the old trailer parks used to look like?
Right, right.
One company owns a bunch of those old trailer parks in North Carolina, and they're converting them all over into a container park. So instead of the actual trailers being there, they ripped all of those trailers out, and they're going to be putting the container homes in those areas. But I'm telling you, Christina, when you see them in the inside, you don't even realize that you're inside of a container.
Wow.
They are
Wow.
beautiful. We do the containers, and we also do steel homes too. So we do both.
What is it called? Steel?
Yeah, their homes are made out of all steel.
Oh,
And
wow.
instead of the traditional wood like houses are made out of, we
Hmm.
have homes that they are completely made all about it out of steel. That's something similar to the container, but it's not made out of an actual container. It's made out of steel.
Oh, wow. See
And
that?
it's finished in the inside just like a traditional house. All your drywall, everything that's in the house is like a traditional home in the inside, but it's just still manufactured on the outside.
That is very different. I have never heard of that before.
Oh
But
yeah.
until you started posting about it, and I was like, so they live there?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, they're livable. That's the future. That's going to be something that is really going to be the future, especially now. You got everything that's going on with everything going up, like the wood. Your traditional house is taking 18 to 24 months even to get built. It's just with the pricings. You can see with the United States, everything is not made in the United States, as you can see.
Yeah.
If everything was made in the USA, we wouldn't be having these shortages and issues and stuff that we have right now that's going on in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
But our houses is definitely going to be the future of in the United States. And we're going to be also doing a lot of different projects for affordable housing for people too.
Awesome. Oh man. So you're gonna make these accessible, right? So that people
Oh,
can.
girl, you already know they're going to be handicapped. Definitely going to be handicap accessible for people with disabilities, because we do work with people with disability. We work
Okay.
with homeless. We work with everybody across the board. So it's
Oh my.
no to be left out, and nobody that's going to be left behind with our product. And the business, like I said, is really picking up and it's doing great. And that big project that we're doing in North Carolina, we're going to be getting ready to start construction on that in the next couple of months.
Amazing. Amazing. That's amazing.
Oh,
Wow. I
it
love
really is. Like, I still can't believe that it's real, that it's happening, and that it's our business. But God has blessed us immensely with our company.
it.
I'm very thankful.
Absolutely. And what is it called again?
Container Homes USA.
Oh, okay. Container Homes USA.
Mm.
That's nice. Oh, I love it. I think that is amazing. And I like that. First of all, I like that you are a couple of color doing
Mm-hmm.
this
Oh yeah.
and helping people. And you have not just being of color, but also the disability. And
Yeah.
it's just it all incorporates and just makes it like, wow, okay,
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
that's somebody I would want to link up with, like that's good.
Definitely. We have a nonprofit called Operation Hope that we do a lot of work in the inner city with feeding the homeless. We feed the homeless every month. We do 500 to 600 bags of food that we give out to the homeless. We do 5,000 meals for Christmas and for Thanksgiving, and just
Wonderful.
Easter we fed about 1,000 families. So our nonprofit Operation Hope USA, we're working in the community all year round, not just for the holidays, but all year round. We're working
Okay.
just to give back. It's very important to do.
Mhm. Operation Hope. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So much. You guys encompass this. It's like so much. It's not just like Mimi and MS. It's
Oh, yeah.
you have so much going on with you guys, and it's amazing. It's wonderful, and I pray that it just expands and gets the increase in the provisions, all of that for it to come. Yeah, that's gonna happen. Wow, great. Don't forget to hit me up with that when you start doing those home, going to get these women and deal with the women.
Yeah.
I would definitely love to be a part of that.
Okay, definitely. That's going to
Absolutely.
be awesome. It's like I can't be a nurse anymore, but I can still do other things because I enjoy helping people and giving back. That's why I became a nurse initially in the first place.
Mhm.
God has just put me in another area that I can still help people, just, care for people, just not in the physical sense, but just be on the other end of the spectrum, being able to help and care for people and, just give back and help when I can.
Amen. Amen. I got one more I'll put up here, and she just says, "You're such an inspiration. Thank you for sharing."
Oh, thank you. That just makes me happy. It makes me happy to be able to share my story with other
Mhm.
women. Your life is not over because we have MS.
Right. You're absolutely right. It won't be over. Amen.
Mm,
All right, Mimi, thank you so much for being a part of this show and a part of the conversation and saying yes. I thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. I'm so thankful that you wanted me to be on, and I had an awesome time with you. And tell your I said hello to as well.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you. And everybody, thank you for tuning in, all of you guys on YouTube. And thank you for watching and for being a support system for this show. Thank you. We love you. God bless you, everybody, and have a great night.
Bye, guys.
Bye bye.